1000% agree. And this is just an avatar, as a vessel.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
What happened when the Olmecs left, and they left their depictions, and they said they never spoke as I. The priests never spoke, even if they were talking about singular, they spoke as we.
Yeah.
Biblically, what else speaks as we?
Yeah, we.
Legion. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, we are legion.
So,
yeah.
and they operate in ways where if you are not, and again, I'm not religious, guys. I go into the Bible looking for conspiracies, and I come out holding Jesus's hand. It's funny the way my transformation is happening. But it's a testimony.
Right.
When I look in there and I'm reading, I'm like, what the heck? The more disconnected you are, and I'm telling you this right now, the more disconnected you are from preservation and a bond with Jesus. When I was using meth, I used to feel this spider take over my brain, bro. And it was a demon of sex, a sexual demon. And it would just take over my thoughts, bro. Why does that happen? Because you opened the gates and you allowed it, you invoked it, you summoned it, took over your power, your thoughts, your frequencies, the way you spoke, your muscle, you start going crazy, right? Because you're a freaking tweaker, right? Okay, same thing. When your heart, your mind is sober thought and filled with the Holy Spirit, it is impossible for them to use you as a vessel. And the awakening, bro, is not the awakening of conspiracy theorists and cryptids. It's awakening of self, of preservation with God. What is AI? It's an empty vessel. Have you ever seen iRobot? The moment they start feeling emotions and being able to manipulate thoughts, that's when you start getting crazy. So yes, and ultimately with the whole thing that I wanted to put up together, yes, I agree. AI is 1000% going to be used and manipulated, and given on a golden platter to Satan to manifest his reign.
It'll explain the head wound too. When they plug a droid in the head, and then they're able to repair it and comes back into it. They say that it comes into it. But also funny too, Trey. I was actually in DC this weekend, took a couple photos that I'm going to post up on my Instagram. You know, the new statue in front of the Smithsonian is an Olmec head, right?
Well, did you know that those 17 Olmec heads in Mesoamerica are actually ping radars? They're sending out signals every single day. I'm telling you, bro, they're sending out signals. Now, mind you, where are they located? Tulum, Mexico. Where are they located? In the Yucatan Peninsula. Do you know what else is located in the Yucatan Peninsula? The five top software companies in the freaking planet, all located in the. Why? Why there? And what's the coincidence? Let me tell you something, bro. Also, in Tulum, Mexico, do you know what's in Tulum, Mexico? Chichen Itza. I mean, think about it, bro. We're connecting dots here, but bro, when is it gonna be enough for you to say like, oh God, I gotta take 5 seconds of my life, 5 seconds of my life to stay away from TikTok and watching ads to go directly to the search bar and find out what we're talking about. Hashtag look it up, guys.
Yeah. And also, too, the number one god down there is actually this god named, lowercase g, it's not a god. It's Quetzalcoatl, the flying dragon. What's Satan referred to in the Bible? The dragon.
Flying dragon.
The old serpent. And what is he? Remind them, Trey, where's his realm? You hit it earlier.
The air.
The air.
Prince of the air.
So Lily, man. So Lily. And again, what hyped me up about this, Enigmites, if you haven't, you turn the lights on watching this episode, is that when I saw them do the Shiva fake human sacrifice in front of the Hadron Collider out there, and I thought to myself, like, that's very strange, right? That's very strange. I just thought to myself, like, okay, I couldn't get on there with a water pistol or a paintball gun, but 8 people went out there and they did a mock sacrifice to this Shiva statue. Shiva the Destroyer is literally the statue that's in front of the Hadron Collider, right? And I had actually went down another rabbit hole for some research that I'm working on. I just haven't been able to put it together enough to put it on the episode, is when I was talking about the relationship between J.P. Morgan and the Rothschilds, and how J.P. Morgan was actually tied to Argatha or whatever it is. I forget what it's called, the ancient civilization that's coming back. You know what's called? Oh, Argatha. Anyways, it'll come to me in a second. They keep saying it, but these are the remains, Tartaria. I'm sorry, the remains of Tartaria, right? J.P. Morgan said that millionaires use charts, billionaires use astrology. That's what he's literally on quote for saying that, right? And so, and I'm tying it into all the references of the black cube. Every major financial state, institute, BlackRock, there's a big black cube in front of New York. Mecca has this big black cube that they walk around, and it's basically
Trump Tower has a big black cube. Yeah,
big black cube, and it's a 3D rendering of the black cube that's on top of Saturn, right? And Saturn is Satan's planet, so supposedly his trap or whatever. But anyways, tying this all in together, bro, and how it ties into the AI phenomenon, I feel like all these spider webs have been cast, and like everything is coming in to, so if you look in one direction, you don't really necessarily see it coming. But if you look in this direction, something else is coming. But as you take us farther back and you see everything coming into it, I would almost rationalize that it almost can't be argued at this point from people who study it and look into it. Right now, the sheep are going to sheep, man. You know what I'm saying? And Satan's going to Satan, and there are bad guys out there. But those of us in the middle that have been gifted with some discernment and some pattern recognition, I don't see how it can be argued right now. Do you?
No.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to bring this back to Trump.
Bring it back, baby.
Guys, you can't not say that the dude ain't working. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to realize it, bro. Regardless if you hate the man. Dude, I hated it. I think hate's a real heavy word. And he just got sick. He just got diagnosed with prostate cancer today. So at the end of the day, he's a human being, and I pray that he does better and that he repents.
Yeah.
But Joe Biden's sick. When Joe Biden was president, I freaking hated his guts, right? Yeah. But not because I hated his guts. I wanted to see the country fail. I didn't hate him to the point where, like, I want to see him fail. I want to have hope.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.